Are you garbage?
How about the grocery store? What was the name of the grocery store
Stop
she went
and
to?
Shop, kid.
Stop and Shop.
Stop
kid.
and
You gotta
Shop?
go to Stop and Shop. That's a great question for what we're interested in today. Because there's fucking Market Basket,
Market Basket.
and there's Stop and Shop, and if you're really fucking fancy, you're gonna go to Super Stop and Shop.
Super Stop and Shop.
Yeah.
That's invite only, I think.
Who makes a class system within their own company like that? We got the Riff Raff and Stop and Shop, or a Super Stop and Shop.
It's true, though. I don't think my mother would set foot in a Market Basket.
That's the Market Basket trashy.
Well,
or the lower end one.
This is what's interesting about the topic of the show is like all these things are branded with these conversations in mind. Like Lexus is a made-up word.
Sure.
They're like, we want to be for the new money, and Mercedes is for the old money, and Subaru is for the lesbians. Can I say that? Can I say that?
Hey, we all love a
Can
good.
you even say that anymore? That guy?
We all love a good Outback. Let's not be ridiculous here.
What, is that too much for you, Austin?
Oh, I'm sorry. That's the new move in comedy. Dude, I just get canceled.
Yeah.
No one cares about you.
After any unfunny joke. Oh, too much?
Yeah. That was one of my save lines when I would do open mics.
Yeah.
I thought it was so funny when a comedian would tell a horrible joke about granola. It wouldn't work, and he'd go, "Oh, I'm sorry. Do you all harvest granola?" It's like, yeah, no, it couldn't be that it just was a bad joke. We harvest granola.
Yeah, there's a better chance we all harvest granola than that joke stinking.
Pete, what was the car situation growing up?
Needed one more, Kim. That was good.
What was the car situation growing up? What'd you guys roll around in?
You are, I mean, you're really nailing it. You've done this before. Look, my father had
I like how Pete keeps telling us, oh, that's good for the show.
Yeah, we know. This would be great. This would be great for a garbage podcast if you ever do one.
I know, but we all assume there's a later. What if this is it? You know what I mean? You're like, I don't need to hear that. I'm going to do a million more. What if we all die right now? It's not... I forget. People get freaked out. It could happen. I'm saying it imbues the moment with vitality and it makes it precious. It makes your ice cream taste better if you go like plain engine.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid. We're all in this together. We're all delicate flowers. All right. My father had a 1985 Scout truck, so he had like kind of like a working class
Okay.
truck.
What about Ma?
Mom then, she was a terrible driver, white knuckling, praying out loud as she made lefts onto Mass Avenue.
Talk about making a kid nervous. What
Yeah.
the fuck?
I'm sitting there and she's like, "Dear Jesus, please take out." No wonder I'm so comfortable talking about death. She's
You
like,
were rolling the dice in every turn.
"As we burn, please keep it quick. You know, please take us through asphyxiation and not through the crisping of our skin."
You got a high C in your mouth like, what the fuck, lady? Just get me to basketball practice, will you?
I mean, we laugh. It's a vivid memory.
I know.
But she bought a Volvo. You see what they're trying to do? They're trying to go up.
Yeah,
Sure.
of course.
It was probably an 85
He takes the
Volvo.
truck to work. She drives the Volvo around.
Station wagon.
Now, would they
Nice.
ever have...
Those were awesome, too.
Would they ever have the confidence to get like a Benz or or like, because the Volvo is the conservative, I have a little bit of cash, I want to show you that I have it, but I'm not over the top flaunting it.
So my father's in that type of business where it's like, I think he's flush one day, and then maybe it's like a little
I had the
lean.
same upbringing, yeah.
And when he's flush, I think we got a Mercedes, a used Mercedes in like 1995.
Nice.
And I remember driving it and feeling like, this is illegal. I'm 17. I'm just like doing big turns in the Mercedes. It was incredible. And he had a 51 Chevy because he started collecting and fixing cars.
Nice.
Damn.
Yeah.
This guy's all right.
I
Guy's
thought
all
the
right.
51, as I vividly remember being a little kid and thinking that the radio in the Chevy should only play oldies. Like I was like, well, it's an old radio. Green
Day, what the fuck?
That's what it should play. But when it was Green Day, I was like, this is inappropriate. We did listen to
How'd
oldies.
Kenny Loggins get in here?
We did listen to oldies. Oldies 103.3. Mm-hmm. Sorry, they're a sponsor. Go to oldies 103.3 / weird for 10% off free radio.
For all your oldies needs. That's 103.
Okay.
But then he'd get like a Porsche, like an old Porsche to fix up, but it would be in the garage like for
forever.
20 years.
Yeah.
Nothing
Were any of
ever
these
happened.
cars ever on the front yard or on the side yard, not parked
Could you see
in the
them?
driveway?
I'm resisting complimenting your question. I have a bit that never works. It might work on this podcast. It's really just a thought. It's not even formed enough to be a bit. But I'm like, rich people, very rich people and very poor people have a lot in common.
Yes.
They both love cologne. They like the middle group, no cologne. But
Yeah.
very rich, very poor,
Lot of
tons of
cologne,
cologne. They both have access to nature. Like the people in the middle, very hard to get nature. But like if you're very rich, you live on a ranch. If you're very poor, you live in a field.
You live you live in the woods.
The COVID approach was very similar in both groups. And then the last one was like you own more than 2 cars.
Yeah.
Very rich people have like 7
fleet,
cars, a
yeah.
fleet. Very poor people always have like 9 cars in their driveway.
More of a junkyard kind of vibe.
Yes. That add up to one good car.
So you had a couple around the house.
We had a couple. They weren't in the yard. That
Okay.
would not be allowed. But we did have a lot of unfinished construction work.
Yeah, that was
A
big in my
lot
family.
of
yeah.
unfinished construction work.
Yikes.
Okay.
It's all right. Little garbage.
We're getting there.
Little garbagey.
We're getting.
Were you guys the shoes on in the house, family?
I think it was dealer's choice, but we took it off. It was dealer's choice. I didn't have a mom that was like, you know where those have been? It wasn't
Yeah,
like that.
okay.
It was like, take them off because you're comfortable.
No TV in your room, I would assume,
No
right?
TV in my room until I got into shooting my own videos, and then I convinced them to get me a TV off the Want ad, which was eBay, but a print form. And I got an old TV for my bedroom, and on that TV I watched my first pornography that I found in my brother's room in an orange,
There we go.
orange and gray 2-tone shoebox.
Yeah.
And I was religious, so I would put the tapes in my camcorder, hook it up to my TV, watch it. The vertical hold would be off, so it'd be 2 lesbians 69ing. That's really what it was. That was the first image I saw. Not a good start. And they were going by, and I'd have my way with it. Oh, God, that was terrible. I'd have my way with it.
We'd have our time.
But then, the whole time we're
Playing with your do-to-do.
He won a podcast award just now. Bring it out. They don't
I don't know
have.
if he's ridiculing me or not.
No, that was amazing.
I can't get a read on this guy. He's like the Sphinx.
This guy's bonkos for sure.
I would worry that Jesus would come back while I was jaying it.
That's
Hey,
awesome.
try a cup of decaf, will you, Pete?
I didn't want to. I used to have a bit about it. It's what Nice Try the Devil is named after. I didn't want to have my ham in my sandwich when Jesus comes out of the clouds on a golden sheep, pursuing my own coming while the second coming is happening.
He's the same thing. He won't masturbate if somebody he knows is on an airplane.
That's great. I only masturbate when somebody knows on an airplane. I'm like, oh,
Matter
yeah.
of fact,
Stuck
Delta
in there with
48.
the farts. Sorry. No.
That's it, Pete. That's it.
All right. But I certainly wasn't allowed to watch TV in my
Okay.
room.
Did you pack a lunch to school, or did you buy lunch there?
Pack a lunch until high school, then I bought lunch.
Did you have like a brown bag or did you have a lunch box?
I had a He-Man lunchbox.
He-Man
Yeah. All right, so it wasn't so terrible over there. You can
No.
watch your He-Man
I didn't like
and your
when she
dirty
put-
movies.
But milk in the thermos, I didn't care for that. Remember when our mom would put milk in the thermos? It doesn't stay cold.
No, that's a tough look. But you'd have milk with dinner?
Milk with dinner.
Yeah, that's garbage.
That's garbage.
Let me give you another detail. The gallon would be on the table.
Gallon of milk on the table at Din Din?
Yeah.
Hachi, my.
That's the European in your mom. They leave
Yeah.
that shit out for months.
Yeah. Just warm milk at dinner?
Eggs on top of the refrigerator.
It would keep it cool. It would keep
It's
it cool.
sweating for
It's
sure
sweating
on
for
the
sure.
outside, yeah.
Well, that's just the tension of the fights.
Even the milk's nervous. Somebody tell a joke or something, will you?
Pete, hit it.
But I drank milk for hydration until I was 28. Like, I would go to other people's houses and they would give me water and I'd be like, what is this, the Dust Bowl? Like, are you going through lean times? Bring out the cow milk.
Hey, lady, I do 2% or higher. You know what I mean?
Yes. I'd come home from basketball and drink milk.
That's awesome.
Gotta get your
I'd
bones
guzzle
strong.
it.
Yeah.
Because of the campaign.
It was.
And
Awesome.
then water had this huge
Turnaround, yeah.
renaissance. And now I'm about it.
You guys go big into Christmas?